country music icon who topped the charts with hits like Man, I Feel Like a Woman and You're Still the One. Last month, she released her new album, Now. It's her first new album in 15 years, and it went straight to #1. Please welcome and get up on your feet for the top-selling female country artist of all time, the amazing Shania Twain.
You made us wait 15 years, okay? 15 years we've been waiting for new music. And you finally did it with your #1 new album called Now. Earlier we were talking about what is the key to happiness. I have to tell you, listening to your #1 hit from it, Life's About to Get Good, makes me happy. It's a toe tapper, puts you in a good mood. The video for it. Something in the video for this song looks awful familiar. Talk to us about how the heck you fit into the outfit 15 years later that you wore in your video for Man, I Feel Like a Woman. Do we have, I mean...
Craziness. It's the actual original outfit from the top to the bottom. Wow. And we pulled it out of the museum, borrowed it basically. And I'm thinking, it's a great idea if I can actually fit into it. I had to, honestly, I had to squeeze into this thing. It was not.
It looked good.
Yeah, it sure does.
It was.
Made it in.
Yeah.
Well, you look fantastic. And speaking of your old hits, so later in the show, you're going to perform for us one of my favorite songs, That Don't Impress Me Much. Right? I'm so excited about that. You talk about Brad Pitt.
Yes.
What is that story behind that lyric?
Well, it's probably, you may not be expecting this explanation, but during the time that I wrote that song, there was a scandal going on with him and Gwyneth being naked in a photo, but they were in a private environment, and I really was offended that their privacy was so invaded by, they were unsuspecting, they were just innocent in their own space, and I thought that was just really vulgar to do that, and I was, so at the same time, I'm thinking, okay, as much as every woman would love to see Brad Pitt naked, he's a hot guy, I was offended at the fact that he was so exposed, against his will. So I guess I was unimpressed with the whole situation, but of course the irony and the tongue-in-cheek of course the guy is gorgeous.
Right.
And that's the whole thing with the whole song.
Right, of course I'm looking.
Now, of course he's gorgeous, but this is wrong.
Yeah.
I couldn't agree with you more. Now, we mentioned the album is called Now, which is a great title. What made you call it that?
Well, I've been through so many transitions in my life. We all have, ups and downs, and then ups and downs, and then more ups and downs, right? And life is like a series of that, I feel. And the contrast is very important. I think we need to have those lows to recognize when we're in a good moment.
That's right.
And so the album's really celebrating about going from the dark to the light and sad to happy. And it just, the most recent transition I've been through has just been a really, really long extended one, longer than I expected. And it really just took me that long to be ready now to make this album.
So
it's all about being there and celebrating that.
It's very true that that sometimes transitioning is harder than what's actually happening. Once you can kind of accept what's going on and move forward, I think you can be in the light. That's my experience anyway. But we want to mention that your album debuted at #1 in the US, Canada, Australia, and the UK. That must feel pretty amazing.
I'm feeling a lot of gratitude, I have to say, that I've been welcomed back so warmly. And thank you.
Now, this is the first time that you wrote every single song on your album on your own. What has this experience taught you about yourself?
Well, this experience brought me back full circle to my childhood writing. I've been a songwriter since I was 10 years old. And I always wrote on my own until I met my ex-husband, ex-producer. And then we became collaborators for 14 years. So I'd abandoned my solo writing space, kind of like as if that was part of our marriage. You just do all these things together. But once we divorced, it wasn't only the person that I was no longer with. There was now this, all of a sudden I had to rediscover the solo writer in me again. So I got reacquainted with that, and I had to force myself and be courageous in not just running out and reaching for another co-writer.
And Shania, we heard you like to write in unusual places, like?
I know. Well, I'll be really quick about this because this could take a long time to tell you all the unusual places I've written songs. But this was also starting as a childhood thing. I would pack up my guitar and I would go out into the wilderness. I'd walk an hour or so and set a fire and sit on a log and write songs all day. I really need to be isolated. I don't like it when anyone can hear me when I'm writing. So, or I just can't come out of my shell because writing is me time. No one judges me. I can express whatever I want to say or whatever I'm feeling.
So where do you do it?
So, I do go to isolated places still, but when I'm in a building, for example, on the road, I will look for a walk-in closet. Because if I'm in the room, and there's people walking in the hallway, they can still hear me. I figure if they can hear me, if I can hear them, they can hear me. So I go in a closet. And in my home, it's in the bathroom. That's the quietest room in the house.
All right, Shania Twain, we love you, Shania. Her new album Now is on sale now. However, everybody in today's studio audience is going home with a copy. For your chance to win this #1 selling CD at home, go to thetalk.com. Up next, life's about to get good because Shania is performing that hit song from her new album, Don't Go Away.